In the 80s, it was just cocaine, drinking, partying, chasing chicks.
Yeah.
We were all single. None of us were married. So, we just had great times. And they'd come to my house and we'd party in the weekends and we'd jam and we'd go to rehearsal and just write songs. And it was great because I had a lot of input from Peter Baltus, great songwriter, and John and Billy. And, it was a band. We got along. We were like four guys in a band, five. We were just best friends, which for me was refreshing because in Dokken, we were never friends.
Hmm.
Everybody in Dokken, we didn't hang out. I didn't hang out with Jeff or Mick or George. Those guys were off with an ounce of cocaine doing their thing. And I was home writing songs. I never got into cocaine. I didn't get into that drug scene.
Hmm.
And I have to tell you, well, it's already been documented so well in the Motley Crue, The Dirt, and all these documentaries about the rainbow and the whiskey. Everybody was coked up out of their mind.
I can only imagine, right? I mean, did you feel like an outlier in that scene in any ways?
It was weird. I was like, they almost looked at me like, Don doesn't do drugs. What's wrong with him? And
Right.
I'm like, dude, I tried it. I tried it, in 76 or something. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It wasn't my thing. It wasn't my thing. And then in the 80s, I look at these guys doing coke. I said, I'm not sure that's coke, you know,
Right.
putting all this crap in it, speed. And, I mean, I remember I tried coke when I was like 21 and I could do a couple lines and I could go to sleep. There was,
Wow.
there was always the joke about if you bought cocaine in the 80s on the strip, it probably came from Carlos Escobar.
There you go. So it
It
was
was the
the real
real deal.
deal.
It was
Yeah.
real cocaine,
Yeah.
pure. And then you see these guys doing coke and they're sweating and they're antsy and they're all nervous. I go, I don't think that's coke, man. So they were starting to cut it with speed and meth, and it wasn't the real deal anymore. But that was the 80s, I mean, there's millions of famous stories that I go in the rainbow and people are chopping lines on the table. And I'm
Man,
like, what the hell's going on? But I was more of a wine guy, and
how
I just
lucky
be
are
on.
you though? You
Oh God,
know?
I'd be dead. I have an addictive personality. I'd be dead. You know,
Yeah.
I just didn't like it. Like I said, I was addicted. I would rather stay home and just play my guitar and write demos. I had a little 4-track cassette recorder. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to write songs. I wanted to make it. All I cared about was making it.